Yo, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's Man Alive, Crest the Legend, representing the almighty winning team. T-W-T.com. What's going on, everybody? Been a minute with the coffee and donuts. For grown ups, have been kind of tight to be doing it at the time that I normally do it, which is now at work. So I'm gonna try to start doing it at home for you guys, but I gotta try to figure out because by the time I get in the house, we got a few folks that's going on at that time. What's up, AJ? So around the time when I get home, when I normally want to do it, we got Drew Titan going on and a few other cats. So I'm gonna try to start squeezing it in because I'm not able to do it as much here at the JOB like I normally do. But I'm just gonna make this one probably about half an hour, 40 minutes. It's a lot to be going talk about in the sport of boxing. I haven't really talked to you guys too much. But man, let me just say this. The first thing I need to talk about is okay, what's going on? We have these fights coming up. The Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder situation. I don't think that fight is ever going to happen. I've been hearing talks about it. Um, Probably was one of the first people to say that AJ would never fight Deontay Wilder, and I mean years ago, way before any of these matches between those heavyweights took place, way before the Wilder and Fury shit. Been talking about AJ not fighting Deontay Wilder, and I don't think he is. Me as a boxing fan, I wouldn't even want to see that right now. As of, I wanted to see that fight when a lot of people and AJ actually looked like he had a good upside and he was really going to do more than what he has done in the sport of boxing. But we haven't seen that. But that's what we was hoping. But he didn't do much, so that's the reason why I don't want to see the fight. Also, he is very, very terrified. Yeah, he's very terrified of Deontay Wilder, so that's one thing I do not want to see. I don't want to see a fight where someone is like truly highly petrified of a fighter. It don't make for good fight or good for sports entertainment. So I'm not interested in that fight. But the talks about it and what's going to happen, and people thinking that AJ have a chance to beat Deontay Wilder. I don't know what's going on with AJ. Me personally, as a boxing fan, a fan of the sport, I think AJ should go ahead and retire. I think a few fighters should go ahead and retire because they're not really doing anything. They're not going to do much more than what they already have done in their careers. This is not a generation of great fighters. I think I stand alone in that argument. A lot of boxing fans like to big these fighters up, and I think this generation of fighters get too much extra sauce on them. So I'm very hard on all these guys, and I'm gonna tell you this to be honest with you, AJ 64. I don't think nobody has the mindset that I have right now because this generation of fighters, all as big as somebody up, ain't no kings in this generation of fighters. No disrespect to anyone who feels that way. I don't feel that way. There's no kings in this generation of fighters. There's none of that. What we used to see in the other generations of fighters, we see none of that in this generation of fighters. The only thing we see in this generation of fighters is a bunch of soft ass cap and gown wearing ass motherfuckers. And I don't mean by graduation. Cap and gown is just always capping. There's too much capping going on in this sport. Most of these guys in the sport of boxing, they really don't want to test themselves, even though they're good. But a lot of them really don't want to test themselves. Some of these guys are really good. I think some of these fighters can be uh I can't say they could be close to greatness, but they can be better than what they are. I think the sauce that a lot of us put on these fighters is just too much extra sauce. None of these fighters is really doing anything to make them look so much more accomplished than the next fighter. You understand what I'm saying? This is just how I feel. I'm not taking up for one fighter, so I'm the bad guy when it comes to this because everyone is bigging up their favorite fighter and day in and day out. We hear them talk about it on the YouTube, and I have to disagree with mostly everybody because this generation of fighters ain't doing nothing. We can't say who's going to be great because who's trying to do something great. We can't say that someone is great now because how can you become great in a soft ass generation of fighters? That's one thing I like to speak on. How can you consider somebody great? Because the best is not fighting the best, for one thing. The best is not fighting the best. So for all this that someone is great and they're making great moves and great accomplishments, well, they have to be fighting the best of the best, not the best fucking available. There's two different things. They got to be fighting the best of the best. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing it. We see accomplishments. Yes, we seen accomplishments. You see people grab titles, more than one title. We seen fighters become undisputed. But I mean, when you look at their road to undisputed, that ain't really shit. And that's no disrespect to either guy that became undisputed. But when you think about it, and you go back and look at how fighters became undisputed years ago, is way more competitive. You really had to fight everyone and someone from top to bottom in that weight class, meaning you have to go through all the best of the best to get those belts. Nowadays, that's not happening like that. You get a guy that lucks up and beat a guy that he should lose to. You know, a C-level fighter beats a guy that he should have lost to, and he got all the damn straps. And now, when one of the favorite fighters beat that guy that got all the belts, then this guy's getting too much extra credit. And he's getting credit like he actually went through an entire weight class and really beat the best of the best to become undisputed when he clearly didn't. That's the extra sauce shit. And that's not throwing no shade or nothing. But it's just extra sauce. This is a soft ass generation. And I'm not going for it, man. I'm not going for it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm probably few more fights into boxing, and then I'm going to lay back from it a little bit. I'm gonna start leaving the pros alone. I'm gonna start going into the amateur boxing. I'm trying to sponsor a few fighters. I have 2 of them in the making now. Matter of fact, I owe my man DS some push-ups. Haven't been able to give them to him. Been tight, but I'm gonna have one of my fighters give him his push-ups over the weekend. I'll make sure I videotape that. So DS, your push-ups is coming. One of my little amateur fighters that I'm sponsoring is going to give you that 50, bro. But yeah, you missed the old days. You 59, so you're a few years older than me, AJ 6'4". So you know where we coming from. So we basically from that same era of boxing. You know what I mean? And this generation is not that at all. And I mean, I hear the bros, and we all cook on these fighters, what they looking good and this, that, and other. But to really be honest, this is a soft ass generation, and ain't nobody really fucking great. I just think that the term is being used loosely, and just because someone accomplish a few accolades, then that elevate them to the level of being great. No, because if you become an undisputed by not beating the best of the best, then it ain't too much credit we can give you. But as you can see, some people give Devin Haney a whole lot of credit. I have nothing against Devin Haney, but I'm not putting no extra sauce on Devin Haney, no Tank Davis, no Shakur Stevenson, none of these guys. I'm gonna be like Clyde Stumblefield from the, well, all the James Brown drummers always stayed in the fucking pocket with it. So I'm in the pocket with all these damn fighters, to be honest with you. It's really only 1 or 2 fighters that I can say, in my honest opinion, that I can say that really tried to do something to become great. Big Dog Willie in the building, TWT. It's really only 2 fighters that I can truly say, and we're going to talk about putting greatness next to their name. There's only 2 fighters in this soft-ass generation. Soft-ass generation. One is a heavyweight. The other one been up and down in weight. So I'm pretty sure y'all can figure that shit out. Outside of Deontay Wilder and really Canelo Alvarez, and you might can throw one more person in there, but I'm gonna just keep it right there. Ain't none of these dudes dared to be fucking great. None of them. Ain't none of them dared to be great. None of them. Just because they, no. So, and then these guys are not fighting each other at all. So ain't no best and no best. We don't know who's the best lightweight. We ain't gonna never know who the best lightweight is. We don't know that. If we ever find out who's the best lightweight in boxing, it won't it won't involve any of the guys that we've been talking about. It ain't gonna involve these kings that people talk about, and none of them is kings. Respectfully, what did they do to become a king? Do you know what you gotta do to become a king? You know what you have to accomplish to be considered a king? We gotta start throwing these terms around, man, because ain't nobody conquered nothing. You beating a bunch of ass dudes, you're not beating no king because you ain't beat no king to become king. You've been beating up a bunch of peasants. So how can somebody be a king because they beat up a bunch of peasants? That's not how it goes. That's not how that goes, man. But none of these guys are really great. They're good, but they ain't fucking great. None of them. None of them. Because in this generation, we're not going to see too much of the very best fighting the best because we haven't. And that's just fact. We haven't really seen the best fighting the best. Who went through a whole entire weight division from fighting every level of every level of a skill set in boxing? Who went through a whole entire weight class for all the weak ass dudes, fought the weakest of the weakest, and fought the creme of the creme in the weight class? I think those shit. Come on. As a matter of fact, the only person I think that did that, as far as when it comes to people collecting accolades and stuff, I think was Mel Charlo. Mel is the only one that I know offhand from out of the undisputed committee that actually went through an entire weight class, fought the weakest of the weakest and the creme of the creme in the weight class. Terrence Crawford didn't do that. But he fought Errol Spence. Errol Spence fought everybody else that was some like the top of the division. So Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence, so he get credit for everybody else that Errol Spence beat. No, that's not how that goes, people. Stop that. Yeah, Big Baby Anderson. Yes, you know what? I'm gonna say probably a big surprise. I wouldn't say disappointment in my opinion. I'm gonna say surprise because I really thought that this young man really had his heart and his mindset into the sport of boxing and becoming a legend in the sport of boxing, a Hall of Famer or whatever it is, but he doesn't. So it's just he's doing it because it's something that he's good at and he can get some paychecks from it. Who am I to knock for that, man? I can't knock nobody for that, So this is one thing that I have learned, and I hope a lot of boxing fans start picking up on this because for years, and being on YouTube and being a content creator myself, and watching content creators and everyday people that come on the chats and things like that. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It ain't too much for us to be happy about. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, but it ain't too many cats that's being honest. But let me get back to what I was saying because this is why I feel the way that I feel, and I feel like I am the Lone Ranger when it comes to this, because I would not sit here and big up one fighter to make another fighter look small. I'm not doing that because all these guys is in the same thing, and none of these guys doing anything more than the other. If the main guys are not getting in there with each other, then guess what? Ain't nothing getting done. And this is how I feel. The best ain't been fighting the best. So how the fuck can we talk about who's the damn best? Just because somebody grabs some belts or a couple belts doesn't mean they are the best skilled fighter in the sport. We need to stop saying that too, because that don't make sense. I mean, it's an opinion, but people be throwing it out there like it's an actual fact because somebody became undisputed. It's the best fighter in the sport of boxing. We got to stop saying that because it's multiple weight classes. And then I don't give a damn what weight class they became undisputed in. I bet you they won't go up in weight class and beat nobody else like that. So stop that, because at the end of the day, if you do these guys in the motherfucking tournament, all these weight classes in the tournament, you know which weight class is going to be the last weight class standing. We know which weight class is going to be the last weight class standing if we put a tournament in it and put all these weight classes in there. Oh, that sound unfair, Crush. What's the fucking facts? But y'all shit, we shit on the heavyweight division, and the other divisions, wouldn't be what it is without the heavyweight division. But we say, well, the heavyweight division ain't shit. It ain't like it used to be. None of these weight classes are like they used to be. So what are we talking about? Yeah, we had a nice little welterweight class of Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, yeah, but they wasn't nothing like the fucking Leonard and Sugar Ray Durant. These guys don't stand. No, they none of these guys ain't none of these guys doing anything great. And what I was about to say about greatness is probably maybe only 3 fighters that I can say close to greatness, and that would be Deontay Wilder, Canelo Alvarez, and the third person, it'd be Jamel Charlo, who pissed a lot of people off right now. And the reason why I say him, because he's the only one that really went to, and he's the only undisputed champion that went through the entire fucking weight class. He really beat the top guys to become undisputed. Devin Haney and Bud Crawford, they had the they was fast tracked. You know what I'm saying? Because they all had to go through another guy that did most of the work, and then one guy ain't did shit. He just won because a guy that's better than him wasn't on his shit that night. And we talking about goddamn Cambosos. Who the hell was he? But then we make it seem like that because Devin Haney went over to Australia, took a deal that a lot of people business-wise wouldn't have took. It wasn't about the fact that he went to Australia. A lot of fighters had been going across the ponds for decades fighting, so that's nothing new. So there's no need to give Devin Haney no extra sauce for that. But they make it seem like that Devin Haney is the only fighter that traveled across the waters to fight for something, right? So we can't give him credit on that, but because he gave up his leverage in order to secure the bag, that's what he did. But yeah, that's what he did. But that don't make him the best man, because like I said, we never found out who was the best lightweight ever. We never did. And all this Devin Haney resume is better. How is it better? His resume ain't no better than Tank's or fucking Shakur. It's not, or it ain't even really that much better than anybody's in the lightweight division. For real, I mean, who the fuck is Lomachenko? Lomachenko is not the best lightweight in the world. And he sure wasn't the same dude he once was. Everybody was running around calling the Matrix. That's what I'm going to do, AJ. I ain't doing no dick riding and none of that. But, you got people out here calling other fight fans dick riders, and I think they all doing the same thing, because if you riding for your favorite fighter until the wheels fall off, no matter what, then that's a dick rider. That's the definition of a dick rider for real. So I think everybody is dick riding their favorite fighter, especially when they, when they pushing for them like that. If you feel as though that nobody in the sport of boxing can beat your favorite fighter, then that's riding. That's dick riding too. So I have no horse in the race but reality and facts, because I'm tired of it. But so getting back to what I said, we would never know. And then if we ever find out, it won't involve none of the people where it wouldn't involve the names where this shit should have been solved at. So we can't say who's the best fucking lightweight, because Devin Haney never beat the best fucking lightweight. He never did. Never did. Cambosos definitely wasn't never the best fucking lightweight. So get that the hell out of here. And Lomachenko wasn't the best lightweight. He was never the best lightweight, far as I'm concerned. So to say, oh well, he's going for legacy because he's fighting for belts. He's daring to be great. Just because somebody going for belts doesn't mean they daring to be great, because everybody that got a fucking belt wasn't great. Everybody that had a belt before wasn't really that good of a champion. So what do we be talking about? Or should I say, what the fuck y'all be talking about? I mean, I can't get no more honest than this. I can't, and it's sad, because we would never know. We sitting out here and looking like fools, and they throwing people under the bus. Everybody think they know who's fighting who next. They keep killing Tank. I'm going to kill Tank when it's time to kill Tank. But right now, they killing Tank right now, and Tank ain't doing nothing. Oh, Tank fighting Cruz, and then if Tank don't fight Cruz, apologize to Tank, but I bet you they won't. You as a fan don't get to, just because you want to see a fight when you want to see it, you don't get to call a shot. And that's what's wrong with the fans. They get involved in this sport too much. I think the fans, they love the sport more than they love their own damn woman, because the way that they carry on. They get personal. They act like they the fighter's manager, promoter, and everything. No, you're just a fan, homie. You're just a fan. We are just fans. Do what fans do. Like and support. That's it. Talking about who they fight, who they should fight, how much they should be getting paid. None of these should be amongst boxing talks when we are talking boxing. None of that shit about how much money they get, their percentage. No. The only thing we should be talking about, going back and forth about, is skill set for skill set. I think this fighter will beat the fighter that you picking to win ass. And that's all it should be. All this other stuff in between is a burnt out argument, and everybody look foolish arguing about it. And everybody think they be doing something when they be killing the sport of boxing because they be arguing about nothing. It's time to make sense. I don't even want to hear Tank and goddamn Devin. They're in 2 damn weight classes. I don't give a fuck if they ever fight. I don't care if they ever fight, because they don't have to fucking fight. I don't think Tank don't need fucking Devin Haney at all. Yeah, I said it. He don't need Devin Haney at all. He don't need Devin Haney at all. They'll never fight. Oh, well, it won't be the first big fight that never happened. Shit, it's fights that never happened since I've been watching boxing. And I'm 54 years old. So, AJ, you know what I mean. So I don't care about none of that. So all this, who's the best, you don't know until the very best really fight the best. So we don't damn know. But everybody want to see Tank and Dev. I don't give a fuck if they ever fight. I don't care. That's how I feel. I've been saying that they should do that. I've been talking about a tournament, a mandated tournament. I think the sport need to do that, because these guys, if they really saying that they good, then show us. Everybody's taking a shortcut in the sport of boxing, the whole entire generation. And you may have a handful of fighters who's trying to move the right way, but the rest of the damn sport is making them look bad. That's why I said this generation of fighters, we really giving them too much goddamn credit, because overall they really soft. They soft as shit. This is no disrespect. They soft. And I wish the couple fighters that's fighting right now wasn't even in this generation. I feel bad for them, because they in a soft generation with a bunch of soft ass fans, and most of these fans, I think, is people who had wet dreams of being champions and stuff like that, because that's why they be worrying about talking about belts matter and all that. You're a fan, the belt shouldn't matter to you. You don't fight for the damn belt. You don't get the belt, nor are you willing to pay those fees for those belts. So why does it matter to you? You don't get to wear that accolade. You don't get to wear that accomplishment on your back. You're a fan. That's all you are. That's all it is, a popularity contest. And I tell you what, they talk about Hall of Fame, is that no Hall of Fame? That's all that shit is about. That's opinionated. The Hall of Fame is an opinionated committee of fucking people. That's all it is. And guess what? A lot of those guys in the Hall of Fame is just an opinion off of popularity. You got a fictionist character that's in the Hall of Fame. So when boxing fans get to talking about, oh, he's a Hall of Famer, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, your favorite fighter gonna be in the Hall of Fame, you sound fucking stupid. So what's so dope about being in the Hall of Fame when you got a fictionist character in the Hall of Fame? What's so dope about being in the Hall of Fame when you got guys who got their ass whipped from A to Z in the Hall of Fame? There ain't a whole bunch of champions in the Hall of Fame. There's guys that never became champion in the fucking Hall of Fame. So it's just the popularity vote shit. That's just like when that shit is the same as anything else. Just like the election. You ain't put nobody in office. They already know who's in office. This is a popularity vote. Let's see who these motherfuckers really going like the most. Doesn't matter. The one that they selected to put in there is gonna go in there. But all that shit is the same. And And that's what it is with the sport of boxing. It's a popularity thing. That's all it's about, and it's about money, which is something that I've been saying a whole long time. But like I said, for boxing fans to be so passionate about a belt that they don't fucking fight for, that they can't walk by and see in the city stadium, it ain't like football, basketball, baseball, fucking hockey. At least you kind of the teams is sharing that accomplishment with you. Because when you walk into the arena to go to the next game, you can see that trophy. You can see that trophy. You can see it for years. You can't see that with your favorite fucking fighter, because the only time you're going to see him with the belt is when he wearing it. But you can walk past your favorite city and be like, oh, there's my favorite fighter belt in there. Like, y'all, them fighters don't share those belts with y'all. And y'all talk, belts matter, belts matter. No, they don't. Not to you. And they apparently don't matter to the fight. Like, it's always been about money. Because who wants to be a broke-ass champion? The hell they talking about? Who wants to be a broke-ass champion? Shit, I'm a broke-ass ex-professional hip-hop dancer. I didn't get rich from it. The fuck? You understand what I'm saying? I want to see how to do it. None of them. None of them. So everybody look a fool trying to big up one fighter to throw another fighter under the bus. Devin resume ain't the fuck like that. So stop it. Him fighting Regis. Okay, he going to another weight class. He's trying to collect another belt. Okay, cool. But guess what? See, with all this back and forth talk about Regis, then if Dev beats Regis, then are we going to give Dev Estrasov for beating Regis? I mean, he should beat Regis. Regis is 10 years older than he, which is something that Dev is pretty much good at, because Dev has been fighting guys older than he, or guys just not that damn good. So that's why I'm like, how can somebody be a damn king when they've been beating up a bunch of peasants? When did he become king? What king did he conquer? No, ain't no king. Cambosis ain't no king. Linares, none of them dudes that Dev beat was a damn king. Nor was they was in the worst to be a king. So where did king come from? He fighting Regis. Regis is a bad dude, but Regis ain't no damn king. Because we don't even know who's really the best at 140. We really don't know. But that's what's been going on in the sport of boxing, the same old, and it's really a bunch of nonsense, man. We would never fully get down to what we think we done already figured the hell out. No, we won't, people. When is the best really gonna fight the best? Like the grave digger said. But even with that, ain't none of our favorite fighters fighting the best, and that's just facts. Are we gonna give people full credit for beating somebody when they're not at their best? Nah, this boxing. You got to beat the best. You got to beat them at their best. Not beating the best and they wasn't good, or was an off day, or they passed their prime, or they fucking sick. They got the fucking flu. They got the hiccups. They fucking stayed in the weight class too long, and you know it. So you was hoping that motherfucker stay there so they can be drained and weaker. Then you gonna go around and act like that you really beat the best at their best. Come on, man, stop it. That's not cool. That's a person with no integrity. You are a fighter with no integrity. You are a boxing fan with no integrity. What hood y'all come from? I'm pretty sure y'all know the rules about how you get your damn stripes. I'm starting to question some of y'all. Y'all be talking this G-talk shit and everything, but y'all giving dudes stripes that they shouldn't be getting. So I'm starting to scratch my head and think. Too much sauce on this entire generation, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Y'all getting a check? Yo, if y'all getting paid for putting extra sauce on this generation of fighters, Let me know what it is so I can get some of that extra money too, goddamn. Exactly. You feel where I'm coming from? So what we talking about? I'm famous as a motherfucker. But am I rich? Am I wealthy? Fuck no. Been around the fucking world. Been on tour with some of the biggest hip hop fucking legends. Am I rich for it? Fuck no. That's something I accomplished. That's all it is. I can easily say this. Anybody that want to talk to me about it, we can talk about it because I don't debate. I'm too stuck into reality to debate anyone. Not saying I would beat them, but when somebody's stuck into reality, I'm stuck into reality. I ain't got time for the in-between shit. I'm going to get right to the point. So what we going to debate about? If I'm getting right to the point instead of, taking baby steps, there's no need to do it. I get right to the root of it. I ain't got all day. Because people keep on regurgitating the same old bullshit. So I'm like, well, how much boxing knowledge do we have and how many fighters do we watch? Because we still talking about the same fighters. We've been talking about the same fighters for the last 3 goddamn months. We talking about a guy that everybody wants to fight. When they want him to fight somebody, they want him to talk. When they want him to talk, anything that man do, they want him to do it when they want him to do it, which sound fucking stupid. Then they get out there and say, oh, he a coward, he this and that. See that man in person, you would never tell him that because they'll knock your head the fuck off. Then you saying this guy's over here conquering the entire world. Good morning. Good. Making it seem like they conquering the entire world and they ain't really doing nothing. I wonder what's going to happen when their favorite fighter take a L. I wonder what's going to happen when their favorite fighter take a L. I wonder. Because a lot of people, was watching Errol Spence fans to see how they was going to act. I'm an Errol Spence fan. I'm keeping it cool. He got his ass whipped. And he didn't look good. What happened with Errol Spence in that whole situation, he should have just left that shit alone and moved on. You know what I'm saying? Because he got blinded by his own ambition, didn't even know what type of position he was putting himself into until it was too late. That's why, and then on top of everything that took place leading up to that, y'all get what I'm saying? But you don't see me throwing no sauce on him. And I damn sure ain't gonna throw him under the bus. But see, all these guys get it from me. Every last one of them. I don't care who it is. Tank Davis definitely needs to fight someone, but everybody needs to fight some damn body shit. PGA, Big Dog, what's going on? They all need to fight somebody. Devin Haney still need to fight somebody too. What the fuck we talking about? Oh, Devin Haney is fighting somebody. Who? Lomachenko? Devin Haney still need to fight somebody. Who the fuck was Kambosos? Who was Kambosos, y'all? Who is Kambosos? So he's still, we acting like he didn't did it all. Like he fought somebody. Who the fuck did he fight? Who the fuck did Devin Haney fight? Who? You're getting too much credit for Loma and Kambosos and Linares. Who did he fight? Until those dudes fight each other, they're not fighting no fucking body. Point blank, period. Until they fight one another, they're not fighting no fucking body. So Regis don't do it for Dev resume either. And I ain't gonna give him too much credit because Dev did call him a bum, and Regis is 10 years older. But that's achieving greatness. That's achieving greatness. That's achieving greatness, right? Exactly. Good morning. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Those guys are not doing any of that at all. At all. And they try to compare fights in that. All right? That's all I'm saying. See how long I've been up here? It's about 35. But look, y'all, I just wanted to come on here and do something quick. It's about to be a busy morning here, but I will be back. But I'm gonna start doing coffee and donuts. I'm gonna try to squeeze it in. I'm gonna think of something, but I might be able to do this right here real quick, so it won't be a 4 hour. So it'll be between 30 to 40 minutes. You know what I mean? I can make it consistent here with that. So hopefully y'all like this morning coffee and donuts for grown-ups with yours truly, the greatest man alive, Crush the Legend, representing the almighty great TWT, hashtag T-W-W-T.com. Make sure y'all check out the website, check out the fam. We doing our thing, man. Shout out to everybody that came through this morning. Share this out. Everybody know I came through, did a light cook. Anybody would like to discuss with me what I've been talking about, let's talk about it. It won't be a debate. Go debate debaters. I'm too stuck into reality, and you motherfuckers is putting too much sauce on this tired generation of fighters. And y'all know, just like I know, these motherfuckers ain't like that. So with that being said, I'm gonna be great. Y'all be great. And have a great Thursday. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.